Hey everyone, Johnny Skywatcher here,
And Marlon Elias here.
and we are going to react to the Suicide Squad trailer that just recently came out. I don't know. Did you see the first Suicide Squad movie?
I rented it.
Oh yeah,
I rented it, but not in the movie theaters.
What did you think of it?
Uh, eh. I was just disappointed a little because it's not as much action as I expected it to be. I don't know.
I thought it was pretty bad. I actually did end up seeing it in theaters just because so many people were talking about how bad it was, and it was worse than I realized. The editing, especially, because if you didn't know, the way they did it is, so basically David Ayer was the director of the film, and he directed it, and then they made a trailer for it, the second trailer. After they did the Comic-Tron trailer, they did this Bohemian Rhapsody. They brought in this, trailer company. They do trailers for it, and they basically tried to make it more like Guardians of the Galaxy. And the studio really liked that, so they decided to take the original cut of the film and give it to the trailer company to do. And then basically, I think they didn't even take that cut and release it. They basically made a sort of mix between what the director wanted and what the trailer company made. So long story short, it wasn't very good. So this is not a direct sequel really, but it is keeping a lot of elements of the original film. This is going to be directed by James Gunn. It's not Suicide Squad 2, it's the Suicide Squad.
What's the difference?
It's just a title.
Basically,
it's saying it's like it's not saying it's like a sequel, but it's kind of like a reboot, kind of. You'll notice it has the same actress as Harley Quinn. It has some of the other old characters.
So how are they gonna tie
Viola
it to
Davis as Amanda Waller.
so how are they gonna tie it to the first Suicide Squad and Birds of Prey?
I don't think they are. Like, have the same characters, but nothing in the story is going to really continue.
So it's not
because right
be...
now what Warner Brothers is doing is sort of doing each movie as its own contained story. That might have some elements, but it's not. They're not trying to do what Marvel has been doing for over 10 years, where it's just always tying into the next story.
And every story is basically they're all connected to each other. All the universes.
Right now, it seems like they're letting each movie do its own thing. So I don't think. I mean, obviously, you're not going to see any story elements from the first Suicide Squad to see this movie. So you don't have to see the first one to see this movie.
Okay, well, let's check it out.
You gotta be kidding me. You're gonna risk the entire mission for a mental defective dressed as a court jester.
This coming from a guy that wears a toilet seat on his head. We don't leave one of our own behind.
Hopefully Harley's still alive.
No funny business, Colonel. These are dangerous people.
Team 2 is clear to go.
Fire up. 3, 2.
What are you guys doing?
What? We're here to save you.
You were gonna save me?
It was a really good plan, too.
Well, I can go back inside and you can still do it.
That's patronizing.
I'm so sorry. Harley Quinn.
Bloodsport.
You know the deal. Successfully complete the mission, you get 10 years off your sentence.
Some of these characters, I have no idea who they are. They're really obscure DC villains.
Who's this guy?
Can I detonate the explosive?
Sorry?
Who's that guy?
The blonde, long-haired guy? Yeah, I have no idea. He's some D-list comic villain, and that's sort of the whole point of the Suicide Squad. It's usually made up of all these sort of C and D-list villains from the various different comics, and they kind of get forced into the Suicide Squad.
So we're not gonna see Batman and all of that in here, right?
No, you're not going to see Batman in this movie.
Not just that, but Superman and the
no,
DC universe.
No, I don't think so. I mean, it's not impossible, but I very much doubt it. I mean, in the first Suicide Squad, you did see a glimpse of Batman and a glimpse of the Flash in sort of a similar way, like a cameo. like you had Superman and Shazam.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I don't think you're gonna get that.
Okay.
It's a device in the base of your skull.
So this is the famous Suicide Squad.
That's so gross. I don't know what that is on his boot.
Num num.
Any
Aw.
questions?
Ah,
Yes, that is your hand. Very good.
we're all gonna die.
I hope so.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Here's the deal. We fail the mission, you die.
If we find out any information you give us is false, you die.
If we find out you have personalized license plates, you die.
What? No.
If you cough without covering your mouth.
Hardly. Although, that isn't an open invitation for you to cough without covering your mouth.
What's the plan?
How the hell am I supposed to know?
You're the leader. You're supposed to be decisive.
And I've decided that you should eat a big bag of dicks.
If this whole beach was completely covered in dicks, and somebody said I'd eat every dick until the beach was clean for liberty, I would say no problemo.
Why would someone put penises all over the beach?
Who knows why madmen do what they do?
This is suicide.
Oh, that's kind of
Aw.
our thing.
Don't you worry, I want to get you out of here alive.
I'm going to get you out of here alive.
Oh my god! We've got a freaking kaiju up in this shit!
It's a kaiju?
Yeah, kind of.
I love the rain. It's like angels are splooching all over us.
So I'm assuming it's rated R, right?
Yeah. It has a red band trailer, and yeah, this big starfish creature is, I know, normally a Justice League villain.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was in the first issue of Justice League, actually, and he's like a alien that usually he controls people by like putting like starfish like thing on them, and he's like controls them psychically.
Mm-hmm. It looks like a villain from Atlantis or something like that for some reason. I don't
No,
know.
I'm pretty sure it's like an alien creature.
Oh.
So, what did you think of the trailer?
Well, a lot of people are saying like, oh, it's violent or something like that. Well, I was expecting like Mortal Kombat kind of violence, but
Well, it's the trailer. They're not going to show everything.
mm-hmm. No, hopefully it's enough violence.
And
for me to,
obviously,
like, pay
it
for
has a lot more humor than the first Suicide Squad. It is James Gunn, after all. He made the Guardian of the Galaxy movies.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, one of the reasons he's making this before Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is because of all that Twitter sort of outrage that happened where he got fired by Disney and then later got rehired. And that's why he has time to do the Suicide Squad. Because otherwise he was going to be directing Guardians before, like, pretty much in this time slot. This would have been Guardians Volume 3.
Mm-hmm. How long is the movie gonna be, you think?
I don't know. Probably like 2 hours. Most comic book movies are like 2 hours.
What, can they make it at least 3 hours so I can get my money's worth?
But they don't want to do that because of the theaters make less money. It's a whole thing.
But come on, like, tickets are not
and they
that
also
cheap,
cost
though.
more money to make.
But tickets
More
are not
time,
that
more
cheap,
money.
though. Mm-hmm. Give me like my money's worth, basically. And hopefully it's enough violence for me to see, so I can enjoy it. Like violence in a good way, not just violence, you know. Well, so I'm assuming you're gonna watch it in the movie theater, right?
Yeah, I'm definitely interested in seeing it in the movie theater, especially because it looks like a different take on the Suicide Squad than we saw in the first movie, which and it's James Gunn, and I really have liked, Guardians and Guardians Volume 2, so I'm looking forward to his take on it, and it definitely looks like he's gone somewhere different than almost like a Deadpool slat crossed with Guardians of the Galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm definitely excited for it. What did you think of the Suicide Squad trailer? Let me know in the comments below. If you liked the video, go ahead and click that like button. If you didn't, go ahead and click the dislike button. And I'm Jonny Skywatcher. Feel free to follow the channel.
My name is Marlon Elias, and don't forget to subscribe to my GoFundMe campaign located in the description below, okay?
And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.